Alright guys, welcome to another episode of the Clueless Drinker. It could be an interesting one because this is a beer that I've never tried before, and I've never tried any of the beers from this brewery. I don't know if it's a macro brewery here in Germany or more of a crafty sort of beer. Haven't looked into it because I like to go in as blind as possible when I'm trying new beers. But that being said, all I know is that the beer that I'm drinking is pretty much a premium lager. But yeah, anyway, I've seen this beer a lot since I've been in Germany, and it's one of those beers that I've kind of stayed away from because it had that air of being a novelty sort of beer, or a beer aimed at teenagers at parties, that sort of thing. So I wasn't really expecting too much quality in it. But yeah, I saw it today. I was out shopping, picked up a few beers, and it was like 63 cents, and I'll be getting 8 cents back when I take the bottle to be recycled. So it's less than 50p. So I thought I'd give it a try. This is what Clueless Drink's about. You try the good stuff, you try the bad stuff, you try the weird stuff, and you just try stuff that intrigues you. This is the Das Geniale Bier Original. So yeah, it must be one of a big range of beers in this series. Like I said, I don't know too much about this one. But yeah, obviously got the iconic image of Albert Einstein there. It's in a stubby little bottle, and stubby like my pee. It's a fun looking label, not too much going on at the front, but I do really like that bottle cap. It's a nice simple piece of design, and yeah, it looks like a pretty little beer. So let's get this beer open before I make this review any more homoerotic. I'll try and open that without ruining the bottle cup. Bottle cup? I don't know. So yeah, not too much action going on. Wasn't really any smoke. Going to be using my girly cocktail glass for this. Won't pour it all. And yeah, pouring very pale. Very carbonated. I don't know if you can pick that up on the camera. But yeah, it's got some rushing carbonation all the way through. And the head pretty much dissipated straight away. Not even any lining, to be honest, just around the edges. And yeah, it's like a golden, off golden, not really orangey, more lightly rusty, almost like apple juice looking beer. And yeah, look at that carbonation, it just gets reactivated really quickly. So yeah, it definitely looks like a lager. It looks pretty weak from the colorization in there. Very crystal clear. Very crystal clear. Not proper English, is it? But yeah, anyway, let's give it a swirl and a sniff. Definitely getting those malts in there. Again, you're getting very slight honey notes in there. Almost like a slightly salted honey. I'm getting almost a tangerine sort of sniff. You're getting the lemony zest in there. There's like a very slight dankness to it, which almost has sort of like a baked bean sort of smell to it, but nowhere near as bad as the Excelsior lager that I tried a while ago. But it's not unpleasant or anything like that. It's got like a nice savoury edge to it. Very lightly spiced. You get very slight hints of pepper in there. Not too much herbiness going on. But yeah, it smells like a solid enough lager. Let's give it a taste. There's not really too much going on, flavour-wise. There's like an initial bitterness, but then the carbonation just completely washes that away. And it doesn't really leave your mouth too dry, but it's really got no... It's not a strong body at all. You're getting the malts in there. Considering that it's, labelled the hops and the hop extracts, there's really not too much going on in terms of hop presence, which, a lot of people could argue is, you don't really want that in the lager. But yeah, I don't know. It's very drinkable. It's crisp. It's refreshing. It's what a lager should be fundamentally. It's just not very flavoursome at all. So you could definitely session this, and yeah, I give good head. This is coming in at 5.3%. So yeah, it's definitely sessionable. I am getting those party vibes though. You know, it's a small stubby little bottle. You could buy a 6-pack of this or a full crate of this, relatively inexpensive. And yeah, if you want just a solid beer to drink with your friends, then it's doing its job. It's just nothing too spectacular. It is quite a redundant lager. It is slightly pedestrian. But on the other hand, it's not trying to be anything else than just a fun little drink. And yeah, it's a solid enough beer. It's just not very exciting. And I am slightly disappointed. I thought there'd be more of a hop presence in there. But then again, you know, it's a lager, so you can't really expect too much in that regard. But yeah, all in all, a solid enough beer. It's going down well. It's just really not doing too much, to be honest. So I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. Slightly above average. There's a hell of a lot better out there. But I could potentially give it another point for its affordability and the fact that it's very easily picked up here in Germany. I'm not too sure if this would ever really be imported anywhere else. So you're not really missing out too much if you can't find this. But if you're ever in Germany and you see it and you just want a couple of drinks, you know, back in your hotel room or something like that, then definitely give it a try. Thank you very much for watching this beer review. As always, if you want to find out more about the beer and the brewery, then I'll be putting some links down below, as well as any other potential reviews that I find on YouTube. And also check out the Clueless playlist for other beer reviews. See you guys later.